I did something over the weekend I've never done before, ever in my entire life, that I can think of. And I went to the Phoenix Film Festival. What? Yes, because I'm into film. I'm a critic.
All right. How was it?
I only went to see one movie. It seemed a little too overwhelming to me because it seemed like there were a bunch of movies that were like way foo-foo. You know what I mean? But what happened was my son Dutch says to me a couple days ago, he's like, hey, Dad, do you know that there's a documentary on Steph Curry that's coming out? Steph Curry, plays for the... Who's he play for? Warriors. And I knew it's coming out on Apple TV. They have a picture of it on Apple TV, but it doesn't tell you when it's coming out, and there's no trailer. It just says Steph Curry documentary called Underrated. And I go, yeah, I knew there was one coming out. He goes, I have tickets. My friend JB invited me to the movie screening on Friday. And I was like, what? So I reach out to our studio people, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's part of the Phoenix Film Festival. Would you like to go? I'm like, yes. So... Now, I totally crashed Dutch's party because he was going with his friend. So his friend JB, his dad owns a restaurant called Pinot, which is right next to the movie theaters in Scottsdale. You got that. I don't know what they're called, the off the 101. And there's a restaurant called Pinot. And he's a French guy, but he owns an Italian restaurant. So Dutch was going to dinner with JB there. So I was like, hey, your mom and I are going to go to the movies too. We'll meet you there. Right? And he was kind of like, sure. And he goes, you are not allowed in Pinot. You are not allowed in Pinot, is what he said. And I'm like, I thought, oh, neat, we get to go to this Italian restaurant. But he was like, arm's length, no, right? So in that same complex, in that area, there's so many restaurants in that whole area. So we ended up going to Outback Steakhouse.
Yum.
Haven't been there in a long time. And I forgot how delicious Outback Steakhouse is. So we got a booth in the far back, my wife and I. When you walk into Outback, there's like country music kind of playing over the speakers, right? So we're sitting down, and her and I are starting to eat. And in the middle of the meal, all of a sudden, it's like the booth behind her starts playing. It's like they had a little radio. They start playing other country music. And I was like, oh, my God, that's so annoying. She goes, I know. And I go, God, no one's saying it. So you hear country music over the speakers in the restaurant. In the booth behind us, you hear different country song. And I'm like, God, who's? And I'm looking around. I'm like, why is that happening? She goes, it sounds like it's coming from the floor. In the booth behind us. I'm like, whatever. So we continue eating, and then it's time to pay the bill, and I have to go to the bathroom. So when I go to the bathroom, I come back, and she's like, oh, my God. I'm like, what? For some reason, that was her phone. Her phone in her purse, for some reason, just started playing Dierks Bentley Drunk on a Plane. And like it was off her Apple Music or something, right?
How weird.
Totally weird. And I'm like, and she's like mortified, and I'm mortified because it's annoying. And what's really annoying is nobody else complained about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why do you have country music on your iPhone? She goes, I don't know. She goes, I've never heard of this song before. Like, why is it playing on her?
See there? That's why you're not allowed in Pinot. That's why you can't go.
We don't want country music in Pinot.
No, they're not going to have that.
Could you imagine?
But then we went to go see the movie, and when it does come out on Apple TV, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal basketball documentary. It's really cool. And then they had a Q&A with the director. That's what they do at the film festival.
Oh, that's...
So the movie's over, the director comes out. Oh, any questions? But it was taking too long, so I left. But,
of course you did.
And then it was like, do you want to go see this other movie? No, thanks. The only movie that sold out that you can't get into is the Nicolas Cage Renfield movie. Oh, okay, well, we'll just leave. Like, I don't want to see that movie.
That's supposed to
anyway.
be good, though. Have you heard?
I don't want to see that movie.
It's like a Dracula thing, vampire thing.
Oh, I mean, it's Nicolas Cage. He's pretty good.
Yeah, in creepy movies, you think he would excel.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, Payton, what happened with you and your cousins getting ready for Easter? Because Easter is on Sunday.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. So I was just all with my cousins last night. It was so fun because it's like I'm finally like at the big kid table with all my older cousins. And so we always go all out for Easter. And so we were just all kind of setting up and planning out and doing a whole bunch of different stuff. Had a bunch of drinks. And it was just like so fun to like be with my family. I loved it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. It was a blast. So we have some good things up our sleeves for Easter.
It sounds
You
like,
say that in a sinister way,
Yes.
and Easter's like, a fun, hoppy holiday.
Yeah, Nick gave me a pretty good idea for our Easter egg hunt. He was like, you should get one of the youngest kids, and like give them like a special like golden egg, and like don't open it until you get home, and then it'd just be a ton of glitter.
And that's the plan?
I feel like that's so good. It's so evil.
we do the Easter egg hunt every year, and then we have the golden egg, and there's like $5 or $10 or $20 in the golden egg, or maybe 100, I don't know. But we hide them all around the front yard, backyard, and causes chaos with all my kids, and they fight and everything. It's great. And this is the first time that my 3 kids won't be there You know what I mean? Because camp is
Yeah.
in Hawaii. So my wife's getting all emotional about it. And
So will Jake come home or will it just be Dutch?
Jake's coming home because we're going to the Suns Clippers game on Sunday. And as a matter of fact, I have a pair of tickets to give away to come with us. But I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. But
You should probably figure that out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like going to be Sunday and you're going to not
but if I
have them given out
don't,
yet.
if I don't give them away, then I have more room.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
You should
I guess
give them
that's
away.
one way to look at it.
That's a great radio promotion you got there.
I'll probably do it on my Instagram. And I thought for a second, though, when you're talking about Easter, is like you're getting confused with April Fool's Day.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys do things a little differently in your
We
family,
do.
right, Peyton?
Yeah, we have fun.
But that
I
email
can't
app,
disclose. You guys will think we're crazy.
you might have cooked the hard-boiled eggs a little earlier. Are they going to last that long out hiding somewhere for a whole week?
They're fake eggs, Rich.
Yeah, we haven't used real eggs.
Plastic
We haven't used real eggs in a long time.
I feel like it's just
Fun.
fun to dye the real eggs, but you don't hide the real eggs because usually it's like hot.
Yeah, and then if they
Ew,
don't get
gross.
found,
All the
that's terrible.
sulfur.
Yeah.
Ew.